You have three anchors. First of all, you marry Jewish, but then you have three anchors. One is Shabbat. Number two, keep kosher, what you eat. And number three is the mikveh. That's I grew up. My grandfather, Alav Shalom, he never did know almost anything about Judaism when he grew up. He was a young orphan. At a very young age, he lost both his parents. And what he knew is he needed to marry Jewish, he knew generally about kosher, a little bit about Shabbat, and about Israel. That's what he knew. What I want to tell you about is more about my grandmother, my father's mother. She grew up in a normative family, somewhere in Algeria, and once she lost her father of old age and her husband, who was a soldier in the French army, she was left alone with a little boychik, and that's what she had. Very soon after that happened, after she lost like the two men of the house, she was sort of forced to run away. Her Algerian neighbors took over all their property very shortly after, and they, fearing for their lives, I guess, they had to flee somewhere else. The choice number one was Israel. So they joined a group of another Jews who had the same fate, and they went on a boat, a very cranky boat, and made their way to Israel. Unfortunately, the British, who were the sovereigns in Israel at that time, they captured this boat, the ship, and they wanted to send it away. They couldn't send it back to Algeria because the boat was in such bad shape. They knew it was going to crack on the way and it was going to drown. Gentlemen, Brits, so they sent it to a British prison at that time, which is Kafrisian, Cyprus, also under the British sovereignty. So she was there. This is years later. My grandfather grew a little older, to the age of 19. The one place that he had to go to, as family, so to speak, was to join the lines of the Haganah. He joined in, and he was trained to teach others for two things. One is Hebrew, so the Hebrew teacher, and second thing is Krav Maga. How to fight. Everybody knew it was going to be, shortly after, going to be a war against the nice neighbors of Israel. So that was what he was trained for. And he was sneaked into Cyprus to teach Hebrew and how to fight. Krav Maga. So the story goes, and he meets this nice lady who was 10 years older than him. She was one of his students for Hebrew. I don't think it was also Krav Maga, probably only Hebrew. And so he teaches, and they fall in love. You know the typical story. Love goes in its route. And they decide after a couple of months to get married. Everything is being prepared, and there's a tradition for Tunisian and Algerian Jews, the night before the wedding, to do a ceremony called Khina. It's like an engagement, and doing only arrangement for the wedding and the life after. So they meet all the relatives, the friends in the tent, to make all these arrangements. Then comes a requirement from the bride. I want a mikveh. So you, as going to the future husband, need to arrange for the mikveh. Alas, in this nice country of Cyprus, at that time at least, there's no mikveh. They did not prepare for that. So she's going out of the tent. Cancel. No wedding tomorrow. Now you need to understand. Like, it's not like she's got the most brilliant socioeconomic position there, right? She's a widow, 29 years old, with a little boy chick, my father's older brother. She just won the jackpot, but she ran out of the tent. I'm not getting married. There's no, if not arranging me a mikveh. It took few days, months passed, a lot of time until they arranged all the elders of the Jews who were imprisoned there in Cyprus to convince my grandmother, my father's mother, that the ocean, the Mediterranean Ocean, is okay also for a mikveh. them had to come over and to explain to her that, look, listen, this is just like a big mikveh, the biggest mikveh in the world, in order to convince her. Baruch Hashem, she was convinced, and all the rest is history. I'm named after my grandfather, Alav Shalom. My older sister is named after my grandmother, Alav Shalom. The sister who also taught me for my bar mitzvah. And this is my little story, and this shame of Jewish people who keeps our ways, keeps us running. So my lechaim, my school is for all these Jewish women, ladies, this time, who keeps us running. And for me especially, also for my grandmother, who passed away, Alav Shalom, and to all this lady here in Stockholm that I know in the past year and a half or so that we're lacking this basic who did crazy things, jumped into the frozen ocean, flew to all over Europe in order to get into this, to practice this mikveh once a month, and may this lechaim be for them. As one of my peers in a different country told me, if you came here only for this thing, only to make sure there's a kosher mikveh in Stockholm, you did your share. So I'm relieved also in that sense. Chaim, shkoech, and mazal tov to us all.